In this video, I have the most affordable smartphone you can buy in 2025. The TCL K33 5G. Should you buy it? You shouldn't buy it. Then you need to watch this video. And this is Variety Stick 2. So make sure to subscribe if you're having me thumbs up. And without any further ado, let's find out. And as the time I'm recording the video, the phone is available with a US prepaid carrier such as Toro Wireless, Boost Mobile, and Verizon, and some other carriers such I believe as Straight Talk and Simple Mobile. Soon will be available in many carriers. Also the phone available from TCL as unlocked. I will leave links where you can purchase the phone with the best price possible. And now let's take a quick look on the main specifications, starting with the display. And by the way, this is TCL device, TCL known as big company manufacture TV, and it has technology called Next Vision. So this phone will be built on this technology, which will enhance the overall display quality. The display resolution will be 720 by 1600, which is high definition plus, and also the aspect ratio is going to be 20 by 9. This is very standard as of 2025, of course, and the refresh rate is going to be 90 Hz refresh rate, which is something expected for a low budget device like this. For the operating system, we have Android 15. In TCL, they have their own UI operating system, which is going to give you more details later on the video. Now, speaking of the hardware, we have chipset from MediaTek Dimensity 6300, which is considered one of the lowest specs you can find in the 2025. So the processor is not going to be very promising, and the clock speed is going to be 2.4 gigahertz. The phone has built-in 64 gigabyte of internal memory. The phone takes up to 2 terabyte of memory card, which is some good addition to the phone since the storage only 64, and the RAM on the phone is going to be 4 gigabyte. And the new operating system, Android 15 or up, it will give you boost of RAM, so the phone will be able to give you up to 8 gigabyte of RAM, but the physical RAM is going to be only 4 gigabyte. For the cameras, we're going to have two cameras on the rear, 13 megapixel hybrid with 2 megapixel depth sensor, meaning the phone will be able to give you 2 optical zoom for zooming, which is good to see that on a low budget device. And you'll be able to take portrait and macro. It's not going to be ultra wide, it's not going to be huge zooming or anything like that. The front facing camera is going to be 5 megapixel. Most of the features for the camera is going to be very basic, and I will show you more photo samples later on the video. Last thing will be the battery. The battery has 5010 milliamp, consider a huge battery for a low budget device like this, able to charge 20 watt per hour, which is impressive in my opinion. Now I'm gonna do a quick unboxing. This is a Toro Wireless model. As I said, if you buy the phone through any track phone brands, you guys are gonna expect the same package with different branding here. The package shows how the phone gonna look from the front and the back, the name of the phone and some of the main features from the back. So nothing really fancy over here, but let's go ahead and see how the phone's gonna look and what does come with the phone. As you guys can see, so the first you're gonna see the phone, and here is a look to the device, the back of the phone. We have some IMEI number information, and this is also, the phone has a screen protector. Let me go ahead, just remove that. And here we go, this is the phone. By the way, the phone has fingerprint dedicated with the power key, volume up, volume down control, the camera. Everything here is plastic, so nothing actually fancy over here. The phone looks so nice considering the price of the phone. It doesn't look bad, but you can easily tell that this phone feels cheap with this plastic, but who cares? Even if you use a phone case, this thing is not gonna bother you, I believe. We have headphone jack, we have C to charge the phone, speaker. This phone doesn't have Dolby speaker or dual speaker. It's gonna be just speaker to fire from the bottom, as you guys can see. Now let's see what else comes with the phone. No charger. TCL, one of the company, they threw a charger, but they no longer do that. So we have USB C cable over here. It's going to be A to C, and also we're going to have SIM ejector tool to insert the SIM card. Even that this phone has the capability to do eSIM, but otherwise they still prefer. And here's just some guide manual information, so nothing is important. Now we're gonna go ahead, turn the phone on, spend time, and we come back with more details, so stay tuned.
2,000 years later.
Now, after spending some time with the phone, I'm going to kick off with the design and build construction. As I said earlier, the phone made out of plastic from the back. Even here, it's not a glass, it's going to be a plastic, which is something going to be easily to get scratched up. So I highly recommend a phone case for protection. The phone feels good in the hands. It has a nice grip, doesn't have sharp edges. Fingerprint's not going to be magnet on the back, but I believe where the camera lens is, the fingerprint's going to be very visible, as you guys can see. Other than that, I don't have a problem. I was expecting something to be cheaply made and not high quality for the build and the material. Also, I have to pay your attention, this phone is not water repellent, which is, if you have a splash of water, that might damage the phone, so be careful with the phone. It's not rated IP, so the phone will be very weak against the liquid. Other than that, for the build of the phone, the way the phone look, it's nice, but the phone does not reflect high quality material because the price of the phone. Now, speaking of the display quality, and to be fair, due to the price of the phone, the display in general is great. It has all the good enhancement from Next Vision. If you guys see, it's gonna give you image enhancement, video enhancement, and game enhancement, and that's gonna make a huge difference. Also, the brightness level on the display, in my opinion, is great. And don't forget, this display 90 Hz refresh rate. Even that, in most of the time, you're not gonna feel the refresh rate is 90 Hz. Due to the poor hardware for the phone. Now, speaking about the display and being fair, the display is great. Now, for the operating system, maybe I'm not big fan of TCL operating system, even that the operating system offer nice features. In the beginning, I have a problem that the phone starts show me advertising on the lock screen, something I did not like, as you guys can see, which is very bad, very terrible for a phone that to show you advertising from the phone operating system itself, which is terrible in my opinion. Also, we have other things over here. Some widgets over here show you also some games that probably gonna ruin up your device with adware and stuff like that. So speaking of, the operating system is not the best you can get from TCL. Overall, the operating system, it's more of a stock Android, except some changes that TCL has done to it. The phone has also a smart manager. It's an app that's going to be pre-installed in your device. By going to the application, you guys be able to see some cache or junk files you can clean just in a click of a button, as you guys can see, and you can ask to clean all these cache or junk files, which is some good addition. In addition to this, you can optimize the battery and you can block some notification directly from the application. Other than that, it will be very similar to stock Android. Also, you will have some shortcut over here, and TCL made it look different than other Android phone. It's not much to talk about, but overall, I'm not so happy with the operating system or the UI of TCL. Now, for the hardware, and I believe the hardware of any device is so important, and TCL has a poor processor in my opinion. For the price, I know a lot of people, they're not gonna complain, but if you ask me about my experience, since I downloaded a few games and tried to use the phone and see how the phone will perform, the phone did not perform very well. If you're playing like a light games, 2D games, or light 3D game such as Subway, the phone will perform very well. You're not gonna have no issues. Now, for curiosity, I tried to play Devil May Cry just to see how the phone will perform, even going to medium settings, trying to push 60 frames per second. The phone is struggle and the playing the game most of the time, and it has some frame drop and sometimes it's sluggish. The phone didn't perform well. You'll be able to play the game, but it's not going to be the best experience. So for all the games that you want to play, if these games require high graphics, you need more RAM, you need more room, this phone is not going to be for you. But if you want to get a phone for social media applications, light games, I would highly recommend something like this phone. Now also, after using the phone, I checked the battery performance. It was as expected. Due to the lower specs of the phone for the hardware and the display quality, the phone will last you easy 13 hours of screen time, which is impressive in my opinion, and you can use the phone for 2 days on one single charge. 20 watt of fast charging will charge the phone from 0% to 100% within 2 hours, which is in my opinion decent speed of charging the phone. Overall, taking the price of the phone, the battery performance was one of the best thing about this device. Now the last thing will be the camera. After testing the camera in different situations, here where the phone gonna start falling apart. So the camera in this phone is not gonna be something that you wanna rely on, but just to make long story short, taking pictures when you have enough light, or you're taking pictures outdoor, you're gonna take nice crisp pictures up to 2 optical zoom, which is something nice. When the light start dropping, where the picture is gonna show a lot of noise, and the experience overall is not gonna be great. Even that the camera application offers so many features. It has specific mode for the color temperature, it has portrait, macro, panorama, but this is not gonna help you to take good pictures if you don't have enough light. Now same thing with the front facing camera. I have noticed when you have not enough light, the picture is not gonna look good and you're gonna have a lot of problems with it. I understand the people buy this phone, they're not looking for the best experience for the camera, but for the price I believe you will be happy with the results. Now, just to answer the question, should you buy this phone or not? In my opinion, if you're in a budget, you need a phone for a kid, yes, buy this phone. If you don't want to spend much, if you don't do a lot with the phone, looking for a phone that holds up good battery, then this phone will be a buy. Other than that, I would highly recommend to stay away from this phone because the hardware performance is not going to be great. Also, the camera is not going to give you the best experience. And that was very much it. You can leave your opinion in the comment below. Also, you can encourage me by smashing the thumbs up button. And thank you so much everyone for watching. As always, we will talk to you in another video.
I'm a really big hitter, big picture, I'm a straight killer, rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back, cause damn, I was built to last.